You know, for a while now on this show, the Just Lee Peterson radio show, we have been reporting the attacks upon white Americans by black people. Most of the time, you don't hear of most of them. You hear when, on rare occasions, white people attack black people, but never, well, not never, but rarely do you hear, does it make national news about blacks attacking whites. I have a couple stories for you today that I want to share with you and just kind of give my 2 cents on and see what you think about it as well. The race war started a while ago for white Americans, and that blacks have been attacking whites for a long time, and knockout games, set on fire, rape, robbery, just really just breaking into white Americans' homes, and they're just having a heyday. The liberal media look the other way. They turn away from it when it happens. The Justice Department has nothing to say about it, and then many white people are not saying anything because they're afraid of being called racist. It is absolutely an amazing thing. The first story is a 22-year-old black man, Zebulum James, is charged with murder for shooting and killing 2 white women. And now the discussion is it a hate crime or not? This black guy killed 2 white women. And they're wondering, oh, is that a hate crime? Well, we can't figure out. Is it a hate crime? I guarantee you, with all that is within me, and then some, had a white man killed 2 black women, it would not be up for discussion if it was a hate crime or not. It would be, before the crime can be completed, it would be called a hate crime. And Obama would hold a press conference. The Department of Justice would be all over it. The little woman, Jocelyn, what's her name? The little black woman that took over. Loretta Lynch. No different than Eric Holder, by the way. That's me. I'm just marking her. Would be like holding press conferences, sending out investigators to look into this. This is hate crime. We got to look into it. We're not going to let this happen in our country. Here's a soundbite. We got this from WAPT. Are you going to be able to let me see it? Okay. Turn your computer around, please. WAPT, man charged in deadly shooting spree that killed 2 white women. They're not saying white women, but I'm telling you white women. And Jackson and Ridgeland, Tennessee. Watch and listen.
Developing overnight, a man is now in custody accused of killing 2 different women in 2 different cities. 16 WAPT's Allie Ware joins us live from the Jackson headquarters with the latest. Allie.
Yeah, Marcus, police believe that a gunman went on a shooting spree. One man is now in custody. 22-year-old Zebulum James was arrested last night. Now, this all started after 6 last night when police were called to the Shell station on Watkins Drive, where a woman was shot and killed while pumping gas. That woman died on the scene. Now, earlier in the night, police think that one gunman tried to shoot at a J-Tran, another vehicle, and at a house. All of that happened on Watkins Drive. And then later after that, police believe the same gunman drove to Ridgeland to Logan's on County Line Road and shot a woman in the stomach while she was walking in the parking lot. We're hearing that that woman died overnight.
It's outrageous. We've got to find a way to resolve these conflicts without shootings. It's damaging, obviously, to the individuals that are involved. It's damaging to the image of the city. It puts a lot of fear in people when they think or they believe that they cannot go to a store and not be involved in a shooting incident.
So you have a police officer, I guess he's a chief of somebody, saying we got to find a way to resolve these shooting issues? Sir, put them in jail, throw away the key. That's how you resolve it. What in the world is that about? We got to find a way? I don't know what to say about that. You're the police chief, or at least you look like you might be the chief. You put them in jail, you leave them there. And that would send a message to the other thugs that you can't go around shooting white people. You can't do it. And I liked it when the reporter messed up on the first part of the guy's name, Zebulum, right? And so that was nice. But anyway, these people hate white folks. And this has been going on for the last 50 to 60 years, encouraged by the so-called civil rights leaders, and then really given an okay and approval to by Barack Obama, who has created this so-called racism environment, making blacks believe even more so, or causing blacks to believe even more so, that white Americans are racist against them. And by the way, the man was, I don't know, some of you saw his picture. He's as black as the ace of spades with dreadlocks. And the reporter never said a black man killing two white women. Had it been the other way around, they would have identified the color of the shooter and the color of the victims. The mentor said he doubts that this guy will be charged with a hate crime since the white woman was shot in a black community. Here we go.
Patrice, we continue to learn more about 22-year-old Zebulum James and the people who know him the best. Jessica Bowman spoke to former Canton Assistant Police Chief Juan Cloy today, who says he was a mentor to James for years. We talked to him about James and the possibility of his alleged actions being a hate crime.
Because we know the young man, and so we knew something was not right. This was not the Zebulon that we have been knowing all these years.
As breaking news alerts started surfacing, former Canton Assistant Police Chief Juan Cloy says he was in disbelief when 22-year-old Zebulum James was identified as a suspect in the recent metro area deadly crime spree.
And I saw that there was, these violent acts that were occurring across the city, and I just wondered who was doing this and why. And when I learned who it was our whole family was in shock.
Cloy says he has known James since he was in middle school. He says this is not the teen he has mentored throughout the years.
Very smart young man. He actually tutored my daughter in math, and I was somewhat of a mentor to him. He loved fitness.
The question has been posed because James is a black man and police believe he shot and killed two white women. Is this considered to be a hate crime? As a former law enforcer, Cloy says everything is a possibility, but because James is accused of shooting in a home and at a J-Tran bus in a predominantly black neighborhood where other race and genders were present, it is highly unlikely a hate crime charge will come into play.
Crime issues that are occurring in this city with our youth are major, and we have to try to get to them before they start a life of crime.
This is so dumb and so crazy, I can hardly find words to express myself right now. So, because these two white women were shot in a black community by a black man, it's not going to be considered a hate crime? Are you serious? You would think that it would definitely become a hate crime. That make it even worse. White Americans, black people don't care about you anymore. Your life don't matter. White lives don't matter. I've concluded that as of right now.